Okay, everyone, I'm back. Hope you got some popcorn, some candy, and some soda. Or iced tea if your happiness was in sweet tea or Maria Tortilla. Let's continue on with part 2 of my original story. Thom Thumb Saves Christmas. Now, where did I leave off? Oh, yeah. Everyone was planning for the festivities, for the party in a couple days. Not far from here, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart actually managed to escape from the mountain, which is called Death Mountain. Not very far from where Space Mountain is. From He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Like, for example, they're getting away! What are you doing, Rattler? He-Man ruined our controls. The automatic pilot is taking us back to Snake Mountain. Trust me, I've seen that Phaelus review, and it's so hilarious. Especially when Phaelus does those funny voices. That's Lizard King crazy as a loon. I tell you, he's a lot more crazier than the Rat King from Ninja Turtles, yeah? I better warn my friends about that ultimate evil that they keep talking about. So, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart did just that. And surprisingly, he found Thom Thumb's Beverly Hills suburban home. And he knocked at the door. Thom Thumb, are you in here? Hey, Amadeus. Long time no see, buddy. So, have you composed any new music lately? Nine. That dreaded merciless dictator won't let me play unless I play something that glorifies their regime. Oh boy. It's one of those type of stories, isn't it? But what is that guy worried about? And besides, Christmas is about love, family, sharing, being with amigos, or in this case, amigas, like Cinderella and Thumbelina, my best friends and my party roommates. So, oh, wait a second, you do have a piece of music. I recognize this tune. It's eine kleine Nachtmusik, which literally means a little night music. Da 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 da. You even have a piece of Ludwig van Beethoven's music, most particularly Symphony No. 5. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. So Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, or Amadeus as Tom calls him, pretty much tried to calm down his nerves by drinking some herbal iced tea made with some lemon, honey, and some chocolate from Japan. Danke schön, meine Freunde. I could definitely use some hot tea. And of course, Wendy with an I from Happiness and Sweet Tea was also somewhat living in this neighborhood. Well, directly next to Tom's house. Like, hello, Wendy with an I here. Hi, Tom. Oh, hey, Wendy. Let me guess, another batch of sugar cookies? Then another batch of Danish butter cookies? You bet I are. You know how much... If you try and give Danish butter cookies to my roommate Thumbelina, she will go absolutely crazy. And I mean absolutely crazy. Because my girl Thumbelina loves Danish butter cookies, which is funny because she came from Denmark. You know, the original story by Hans Christian Andersen, who is pretty much living by Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. Oh, and speaking of Hans, Amadeus, have you ever tried doing email chats with him? I haven't really thought about that, but I know how to use a smartphone. Whoa, no way. Is that a Verizon or a Cricket? Cricket. Oh, that's what I thought. Is that an Android phone or an iPhone? iPhone? That figures. While Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was calling his good old Danish buddy Hans Christian Andersen using his Cricket wireless iPhone, you know, getting in contact with him at Fisherman's Wharf, the ultimate evil is revealed to be Evil Buddy, a menacing mutant with spiky, fiery red hair and really big, muscular arms. You know, Buddy de Malo, as in not to be confused with Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead. Yep, Dia de los Muertos. So that Austrian composer have escaped my trap. Well, no matter. I will find a way to destroy those wretched fairy tales and try and take over the world. that idiotic lizard has failed again. But no matter. I will find a way to get that magic ring from that brat. And I'm sure all of his friends will find it most frightening. Time to make some last minute preparations for the ultimate crime. Then the following morning, Thom Thumb recruited as many fighters willing to fight off Evil Buddy's regime. You know, to take down his dictatorship once and for all. So, Thom Thumb pretty much selected Bright Heart Raccoon and Grumpy Bear from Care Bears, Rocksteady and Bebop from Ninja Turtles, Albert Einstein, Mark Twain, whose real name was Samuel Clemens, Amadeus himself, and pretty much anyone else who is willing to fight to take down the regime. So, even the Mad Hatter and March Hare came along to try and fight off Evil Buddy's evil, his pure form of villainy. Tom, how far is it to get... How far do you think you really get to Death Mountain? No te preocupes, Amadeus. I've done this hundreds of times. Be careful out there. Buena suerte. Buena fortuna. Ah, yeah. I know what I'm doing, amigo. No. Why do these things always happen to him? Drugs, bud. His brain must be, like, really messed up. Don't worry about a thing, amigo. We'll just follow his lead. Ooh, sounds like a good idea. What was that first question again? Gee, you don't supposed to mean me. I consider that to be a vicious mirror, not character. Well, you always did have a way with words. So they did pretty much what Thom Thumb told them to do. Especially his female roommate, Thumbelina, who was pretty much Thom Thumb's female counterpart. And they finally made it to Death Mountain, where they try and find a magical butterfly princess, La Princesa de Mariposa. That and the magical ring. Okay, that should be the end of part 2 of my original story. Stay tuned for part 3 as I finish the story. And I'll be right back after these messages, so stay tuned. And don't touch that dial.